Intermolecular forces show up everywhere in the chemical and physical foundation section of the MCAT. They're the reason water boils higher than methane, why DNA strands stick together, and why like dissolves like actually matters. If you've ever wondered why some molecules cling while others separate instantly, understanding IMFS gives you the full picture. Once you master these forces, predicting boiling points, solubility, and phase changes becomes automatic. Intermolecular forces, the invisible glue. Intermolecular forces are the attractions between molecules, not within them. They don't break bonds, but they control how molecules interact, which drives key physical properties like boiling point, melting point, and solubility. Types of intermolecular forces, from weak to strong. Van der Waals, London dispersion forces. These are the weakest IMFS and exist in all molecules, polar or nonpolar. They form when electrons momentarily shift, creating temporary dipoles. As molecules get larger and heavier, dispersion forces increase, which is why bigger molecules tend to have higher boiling points. Dipole-dipole interactions. These occur in polar molecules that have permanent dipoles. The positive end of one molecule aligns with the negative end of another. They're stronger than van der Waals, but still relatively moderate in strength. Hydrogen bonding. This is a special type of dipole-dipole interaction, and it's strong. It happens when hydrogen is bonded to nitrogen, oxygen, or fluorine, the most electronegative atoms. That's why water, with its network of hydrogen bonds, has an unusually high boiling point compared to similar-sized molecules. Relative strength, ranking the forces. Hydrogen bonding sits at the top. Dipole-dipole is next. Van der Waals is the weakest. Remember, stronger forces mean higher melting and boiling points. Boiling and melting points, energy, and IMFS. Breaking intermolecular forces requires energy. The stronger the IMFS, the higher the energy needed, and the higher the boiling or melting point. That's why H2O, with hydrogen bonds, boils at 100 degrees Celsius, while CH4, with only dispersion forces, boils at negative 161 degrees Celsius. Solubility, like dissolves like? Substances with similar types of IMFs tend to dissolve in each other. Polar dissolves polar, nonpolar dissolves nonpolar. That's why oil and water don't mix. Their intermolecular forces don't match. Surface tension and viscosity, molecular resistance. Surface tension is the liquid's resistance to spreading, caused by cohesive forces between surface molecules. Viscosity measures how thick or resistant a liquid is to flow. Stronger IMFs mean higher viscosity. Think honey versus water. Capillary action, defying gravity. Capillary action happens when liquid moves up a thin tube. It's driven by adhesive forces, liquid to surface, and cohesive forces, liquid to itself. This is how water climbs through plant roots, a perfect real-world example of IMFS at work. Intermolecular forces may sound simple, but they show up in every MCAT section that tests molecular behavior, from phase changes to solubility trends. If you can rank IMFS and predict their effects, you'll save time and crush these question types every single time. With that said, here are just a few of our student success stories, students who improved their scores and even got into medical school. If you're preparing for the MCAT, click the link below to get started with your own preparation. We specialize in helping students reach a 15+ score guarantee, and we'd love to help you too. And don't forget, subscribe to our channel for more MCAT breakdowns like this, and follow us on Instagram for extra tips and resources.